Welcome back, gamers, to another episode of Experience Points Podcast. And don't forget, gamers, to
Level up.
level up.
I don't know why. It's like, nope.
No personal information, yeah.
I
That's
guess.
right.
The one thing Sony's done right in the recent years.
For real.
Yeah. Now, if only they could make a headset that doesn't use a plug-in to the system in order to work.
Kind of odd they don't just have a pure Bluetooth.
That's what I'm saying. They're like
PureBluetooth.com.
one of the leading companies in like headsets and shit for years, and they can't do it with their own system.
I feel the same, Sargon. I feel the same. Oh, welcome back, gamers, to the Experience Points Podcast. This is the Games of the Year edition for the year 2023. And today I am joined by Blackout, a.k.a. the Poop Master Jones.
It's time to play the game!
The toilet game.
Sounds like
And I'm
crashing out one right now.
and I'm also joined by Alistair, aka Kev, the K Dreezy. There we go, K Dreezy. K Drizzle. How about that?
Okay. Okay.
Hey, look, everybody poof!
Game characters don't poop. Well, actually, that's not true. Some of them actually do, which is gross. Anyway,
Why does that be gross?
I will not say today's date because this is going to be posted at a later day, so we're going to skip that. And today we're just going to chat about all the great games that we played in 2023. Some of us have more than others.
Hey, I've played plenty of games.
All the great ones you played. And we're just going to just chit-chat about them. We can go around table. And you can pick one at random, or if you have like a list or ones that you want to do first. But Eric Jones, I'm going to let you go ahead and start first, brother.
Okay, well, since I'm going to start, I will start off with a game that I'm sure Cyrus is going to put on too, even though I haven't beaten it yet. I've been getting back to it. Let's just say events of 2023 have slowed me down on what I wanted to do. But Spider-Man 2.
Nice.
That is a very well put together game, even though, like I said, I haven't finished it yet, but like just all the small little
So
things
wait. How far have you gotten?
I don't. Let's not worry about that. Let's just make it a spoiler-free episode.
You just got past the title screen.
No, fine. I will say that I've been through the Coney Island scene.
Enter your name, Eric Jones.
I've been through the Coney Island segment of the game.
Okay, Coney Island segment. Okay,
Do you eat a
nice.
hot dog?
Nice.
They let you eat a Coney Island hot dog?
They did have some. I don't remember if I ate one, but they definitely had them.
I actually really enjoyed that scene.
Eating a hot dog?
The whole Coney Island part in general was like
So
really
silly.
neat to see. It's like it had something that you don't really see in kind of like games nowadays, especially not like superhero games where it's usually just
Well, now-
rushing on to the next like
Now I
mission
gotta
stuff.
wait. Now I gotta wait 2 years to play it so I could forget the Coney Island's in there because this is a spoiler and you just spoiled it for me. Thanks a
It
lot.
is-
I was about to
okay,
ask
look.
if you played it or not.
I
All
haven't
I'm
even
gonna
bought
say-
it yet.
Look,
I
I'm not
haven't
even-
bought it yet because I wanted to beat Miles Morales beforehand, and
Mhm.
so. But I gotta finish Final Fantasy 16 before that.
Oof.
Even though I started Miles Morales first.
I
It's
gotcha.
okay.
I don't know. Details.
But yeah, well look, it's not really a spoiler. They added like the entire New York map, so it's like there's a lot going on. So it's not really a spoiler.
Spoiler.
Anyways, I like the little points of detail that they actually add, like, simple little stuff, the common things. Like, just having fun, just chilling, just thinking about the past, all that kind of good stuff.
I like
Yes.
games that reproduce actual cities that I would like to see one day, but never have the money to go see or the intention to. like Chicago with Watch Dogs.
Uh-huh.
You've been to Chicago.
I have been to one part of Chicago, and I don't know if I want to go to other parts of Chicago.
That is not representative of the rest of Chicago. I
Your
promise.
ass went to Detroit.
Oh shit!
I
Well, there you
did,
go.
but we barely even tipped our toes into Detroit,
doesn't
and I was
matter.
not going to explore that city after we saw those random people trying to hawk water at the stoplights.
Hey, hey, you got to do what you got to do to survive. If you got to hawk bottles of
Oh
bootleg
no,
water,
no, not even throwing shade. That is all on them. That's awesome. I just, the only place I'll never want to set foot into is Gary, Indiana again. That place is
you,
scary.
you stop at the stoplight. You want some water? What the? Get away from me! But yes, Jones, I definitely agree that without saying any spoilers, that Spider-Man 2 was fantastic because it's also on my list as well. They did a great job taking what Spider-Man 1 did and what Miles did and literally fusing it into one great game. So, Kevin, when you finally do play part 2, you're going to feel like you're playing Spider-Man 1 and Miles mixed together. They kept Miles' swag throughout everything, throughout the way he talks and the way he communicates and the way he swings and the way he fights, to the nerdiness of Peter. In the same token, like there's so many like little Easter eggs in that game. I think, Kevin, you're gonna love finding out all those little funny little Easter eggs that Peter does throughout the game. It's so good.
My only issue with the biggest reason why I didn't go and finish Miles Morales was because it felt like a DLC to Spider-Man. After playing that and platinuming it, and then getting all the trophies for the DLCs that were officially for Spider-Man, and then starting to play Miles, and I'm like, I can't do this right now.
I think your problem was just that you just like went.
Yep.
You can't do that much at a time because that would blow
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like that's what happened with me in Assassin's Creed. Like I loved Assassin's Creed 2. Then like I tried to play Brotherhood. Literally as soon as I platinumed 2, I was like,
Oh,
nope,
Brotherhood
can't
was
do
so
it.
good. Brotherhood was
I
so
know.
good.
It was just
Yeah,
too much of the same.
I tried playing Brotherhood right after I got cheated out of my platinum on part 2, and I couldn't go any further.
Yours is more of a mental scar, but yeah.
But I definitely feel you on that one because I still got my horror story from freaking Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2. Found all those little stupid spider coins or backpacks or collectibles,
whatever they were.
or those little the little red and black spider figurine thingies, whatever they were. And I finally found them listening to what the frick is that actor's name? The one
Bruce
that
Campbell.
was Bruce Campbell. I listened to Bruce Campbell tell all those little stories and all those little jokes. I finally found like all 999 of them, and then my freaking file erased. I said I will never in my life again collect all those stupid little things. Jeez, it was terrible.
Was that game made by Ubisoft?
It might as well have been, right?
I don't remember who made the Spider-Man games back then.
But yeah, I Spider-Man 2, again, without spoiling anything, had a lot of heartwarming and heart-wrenching little scenes. Kevin, make sure you do all the side quests because you're going to be shocked at quite a few of them. Like, seriously.
I do. You're telling me something I already do anyways, but thank you.
He's more of a completionist than me.
Or me at all.
I rephrase that. He's a faster completionist. I'll get my stuff done, but he usually does that before he even beats the main game. Like I might beat the game and go back and finish everything else.
If there's icons on my map, I do those before I even do the main scenario stuff a lot of times.
I see. I gotcha. Well, for me personally, I just go straight through the story, and I rarely do side stuff. But since it's a Spider-Man game, since Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, I make sure to do those things just in case there were any.
Didn't you not
Easter
do all
eggs.
that? Did you do all of them for Miles?
And Miles, no. And Miles, no, because because Miles is relatively new to me. Even though I do love Miles, I still love Peter more.
That's what she said.
So, and Eric, that's how you use that's what she said appropriately.
Shut your mouth. I use that's how she said in any way I feel necessary.
The action pieces in Spider-Man 2 were above and beyond anything that Spider-Man 1 had. I will say that I don't feel like it was as many, but when they did hit, they hit hard. So I definitely enjoyed that, and the ending was spot on. So you don't have to worry about that, because I know that with those type of games, sometimes the hit or miss with the ending, but the ending was damn near perfect. It really was. So you both can experience that when you finally get to it.
I'll get to it soon. I don't know about Mr. Kevin, but I'll get to it pretty soon. Because I've been playing it a little here and there. My main problem is I just got distracted by, like I said, the events of the end of last year, and then
hmm
another thing. But we'll go on. So let's hear your, Mr. Kevin. Let's hear what one of your games of the year is.
Final Fantasy 16.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm near the end, kinda.
Okay.
I'm at the cleanup part of it, to where I got to get all the little side quests done before proceeding, because you get that message saying, if you proceed now, you won't be able to go
Uh-huh.
back and finish this.
That's
And
always fun.
I'm not going to new game plus the game. The game is fun, but I don't want to new game plus it.
Yeah.
But it's been really cool, and I like the kind of callbacks to some of the Final Fantasy 14, like the demo
hmm
of the game was really, I kind of thought was cool, because it gave you Titan, Garuda, and
Ifrit.
Ifrit, which is the three main
Base primals.
the base primals that you get in as a summoner in Final Fantasy 14.
And it's at the battle.
What? What?
They're also the first three primals you have to battle. But I guess
Yeah.
that's kind of give and take. But people who might not have played Final Fantasy 14 may not understand the nuances, so that's why I
Okay.
say it.
Quick question. What is y'all's, out of all the Final Fantasy games, what is y'all favorite names for summons? Because I can't stand primals. That shit irks my nerve. Every time I play 14, well, when I used to, and they talked about primals, it's like,
I like the word summons, honestly.
Summons.
Summons.
Summons are fine. Summon beasts. I mean, that's that's, I'm pretty sure, what they were called in Final Fantasy IV. So that's what we were probably grown to used to be calling them, because we didn't get Final Fantasy III until like years later. And but they were called like the land of the summons.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I will say I like the word guardian forces. That doesn't necessarily mean I like them. I just like the word. I just like the word.
That is some Power Rangers bullshit right there.
I will agree.
I call it Diablos.
And then the third worst one is Eidolons. Get out of here.
I don't mind primals, but I liked Final Fantasy 11s. They were called avatars.
I like the avatars. But
That sounds bootleg
11.
to me.
Because you're thinking about like the Avatar, the anime.
They were called.
I'm thinking about what they are, and I don't like that name, that term for them.
Because they split them up into categories. Like there were like terrestrial avatars that were like from the world itself, and then there was the celestial ones that were like kind of from the stars.
Kind of the rulers.
They controlled more, and like so Bahamut was like a celestial protector, and then like Carbuncle was also, and then Finra. But like
and
we never got to summon Bahamut. even though someone told me before I started playing it, they're like, yeah, you could summon Bahamut and you could ride him up in the sky and everything.
They lied like hell.
Lied to me.
Lied like hell.
That's why I became a summoner. Lied to me. I chose my main job on a well of lies, but I still love the job. So
wait,
fine.
didn't they? No, okay, no, that's right. It was Odin and Alexander that got their special summons, so it was like a 2-hour only.
Well, they added Atomos also later. But they did eventually add like different mounts into Final Fantasy 11, because originally it was just Chocobos. But now they have like other enemy or other monsters you could like ride around on. But they like if you beat Fenrir
Mm-hmm.
and choose like his flute, you could actually like use Fenrir as a mount instead of a summon now.
Is it the
Okay.
weak
Which
Fender
was-
that I know, or did they make like a level 200 version of them?
I think they have a level 200 version, but you don't have to. They made a stronger version, but you don't have to beat the stronger version to get the rewards.
Ah,
Because I had a friend take me in there who was like a level 99 item level 119 samurai, and they kind of one-shotted Fenrir. And so I got the mount when I was like went back previously, because that was kind of like a long like my main dream as a summoner on Final Fantasy 11 was to have a mount as my or a summon as my mount. So, anyways, yeah,
Well,
Final Fantasy 16. I liked the boss battles. Titan was really fun. I can't go into details because Mr. Eric is only 5 hours into the game after
like
6 months, after a year.
no, it's not been a year, damn it! That game came out in like
March of last year.
Was it March of last year?
I'm pretty sure.
no, I think it was May.
Let's find out. Release date for Final Fantasy 16 on PS5.
June 22nd, 2023. Okay, fine.
Yep.
Still, you're a slacker.
For real, hardcore. So back when I was gonna say, I actually love that they're called icons in Final Fantasy 16. I love that term for them. Even though it is a little bootleg, but still, I still like it, like it a lot, as opposed to Primals. Yeah, 16, man. Honestly had like mid range expectations for 16, but when I played the demo last June when I was in Myrtle Beach, I fell in love with the damn game, and like the battle system is always the one thing that I'm kind of leery about when it comes to new Final Fantasy games, but I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. And I was disappointed. Well, shoot, I can't say that because that's going to be a spoiler. Well, no, that's not true. That's a personal opinion. I wish Torgal would have been a bit more helpful and useful in battle than what he was.
No, I could go along with you there. It feels like, I mean, other than his little bootleg healing, he don't really do too much for you.
He does some decent like attacks to like juggle the enemies, but you have to like use him a lot to level him up, and it still doesn't feel like it's enough.
Yep, I definitely did that for sure. And then there was times when he just sat there and he would just like bar. I'm like, bruh.
Hey, I actually keep the Torgal minion up, the Torgal menu up over the potions, because I'll have a habit of using potions when I don't want to.
Yeah, I do
so
that too.
So I'll just keep Torgal up and just use it, and I'm just constantly using them. So that works out, but them having a better leveling system for him would have been a better option.
Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed the villains in the game. I mean, they were just fantastic. I mean, there was some that I honestly didn't see coming, and the game was just gorgeous. It really was beautiful. I mean, of course, it's made for PS5. Of course, it was going to be, but it was more beautiful than I thought it was. Like seriously going to be. There was some times when I just kind of like. I can't believe I'm like seeing this right now, like for real.
Yep. In April we get the crossover on Final Fantasy 14 with them.
Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to decide.
It needs to be a little longer.
Torgal mount.
It needs to be a little longer because I ain't beat 16 yet. It needs to wait a little longer.
So beat it,
dude. You could beat 16 with it this next week and some change if you just buckle down and do it.
Yeah. You ain't got a clock on job.
Your black ass stays up until 4 a.m. Spend 3 hours a night.
I was at like 5. That's your fault because you told me to watch that damn anime.
It was so good. You like it, don't you?
What anime?
You like it, don't you? It's so good.
What anime?
It is called Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. It is so good. Watch it. Watch it.
I've already been watching that.
It's funny as shit.
I thought I told you. I thought I told you about that one.
You probably did. Come on, you people be telling me about too many anime. All I know is every time I look around one corner, there's like another 5 anime to watch.
That's definitely.
I
Go
just
ahead.
finished up the current episodes of Tasty Food in Dungeons.
I love it.
That
Oh my
sounds
god,
like something.
I
That sounds like
love.
something Cyrus
That's
would
not
watch.
the
I have been watching it.
that's not the official title.
It is called Delicious in Dungeons, and
And then
it's on Netflix. It is funny as hell.
And then I took a look at another one. I watched Maburashi, the movie that came out. I could have sworn I saw it before, but then I don't know.
No,
And
it's
then
actually
after that,
it's brand new. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've seen it before.
I
Maybe
think
it's brand new to
I think it
Netflix.
just released, well, at least on Netflix
I don't know.
anyway.
Okay,
I'll have to look it up. And then I saw one.
Executive call here. We're getting distracted here. We can have anime on a different episode. I think we were actually planning on doing that. So back to the game of the
I'm not gonna remember. I saw one about the Green Dragon. It turned out to be a One Piece spinoff. It was just one episode. It was like 24-minute thing on Netflix. It's actually pretty good. I'm done.
Well, that's one piece of anime I'll never watch. Am I right? Anybody? There you go.
I mean, you watch Dragon Ball spin-off.
It's not super like animated like the One Piece series. It's kind of like that, and I didn't even know it was One Piece related until the very end. Like at the very, very end, and the story was actually pretty good. It was only like 24 minutes, and it's only one episode. It's on Netflix.
I gotcha. Yeah, actually, you know what? The new Pokemon Concierge thing, that's only 4 episodes, and that was actually really cute. So you guys love Pokemon, and it was really cute. So I would definitely suggest watching it. I watched all 4 episodes, like
Aren't concierges hired sex workers?
About 2 weeks ago.
What?
You're thinking about something else, my friend. You're thinking about something else. So if y'all get a chance, watch that for sure. Anyway,
I just wanted to hear Eric say what.
we are going to have a full episode dedicated to Final Fantasy 16 when Eric Jones beats the game.
I told you 2025.
It's gonna be before 2025.
It'll be December 31st of 2024. And he'll yell out, "It still counts."
Exactly.
But that is not the point.
Moving on to my first game on the list officially, since Spider-Man 2 was on there and Final Fantasy 16 was on there. Wild Hearts. Wild Hearts is a Monster Hunter clone. We're going to call it what it is, but they did so many greater things than Monster Hunter ever did. It's not slow like Monster Hunter. Now, Monster Hunter Rise was actually was pretty fast because you got the Palamutes you can ride on, and that made it a lot better. But despite Wild Hearts not having any mounts per se, even though you can't build stuff to like glide you across the map, it was still really fast. Even on feet, they're still pretty freaking fast. And the maps are nice and contained. The weapons, despite being not all ginormous, but there were some that were ginormous. Actually got Jones into it too. But just battling those monsters that are literally the size of a freaking house or bigger, they really did a great job with that on PS5. Jones, the short time you did play it, did you enjoy yourself?
I enjoyed it very much. That's another one of those games that I need to go back to. Like I said, I just have a whole lot going on my plate, but I played a lot of good games last year, really. Like, that was actually fun, and like the weapons felt much faster and like easier to use than the stupid ones from Monster Hunter. Like, I like Monster Hunter, but like it was so annoying because you almost any weapon in the game, you press the button, then you gotta like basically wait 10 seconds for the animation to go off, and you go in a straight line. That's
definitely true. But the ones in Wild Hearts, like they put a lot of thought into those weapons, and I even tried weapons that I would never try, like the giant hammer, and even that thing is fast and powerful, and like they utilize movement above all else in that game because it's based in Japan with the whole samurai vibe to it, and they put that to use against the monsters, or the kimono as they were called in the game. But yeah, I remember the first time we ran across a King Tusk which is a giant elephant-looking thing, and it was me and Juan, and man, him and I just got murdered several times. And then we finally beat that thing. When you finally beat a monster, there is a move called a finishing blow. And you sheathe the weapon, and then you just draw it out for one final strike, and it's always so satisfying. Especially when you come across a new monster, and you don't know what he's gonna do or how he's gonna react, and you finally beat the damn thing. And man, I just absolutely love that game. The only weapon I didn't like was the umbrella, which I always thought was stupid from the start. But I've seen people do amazing things with that damn weapon.
Peach.
Like Princess Peach. But yeah, Juan and I put easily 200 hours in that game together. And we were really sad when they stopped supporting the game a few months ago. They're not going to add any more monsters. I'm pretty sure the servers are still up, but I think
I ain't done with that game. I got platinum to get.
I think they're done supporting that game too. So whenever you play, let me know. I'll gladly hop back on, because it's been a hot minute since I played that damn game. But yes, the main mechanic of the game is the building aspect of it, and you can build whatever little devices you want, from like boxes to jump off of, to torches to set your weapon on fire, or anchors to like fly around the map, which I use a lot, especially toward the end. You can build tents, you can build little cages to like raise animals to get certain materials to upgrade your weapons. You can build a freaking sauna if you want to take like a little bath and just chill. It's so freaking good. And the best part is you don't have to go back to like a little base to do it. You can build that stuff anywhere, including in the middle of battle, which is exactly how a lot of those things were used.
I don't know about using a sauna in the middle of battle. Hey, monster baby, you want to chill instead?
Yeah, Netflix and chill with the monster.
Why don't you calm down and take a bath, just relax in the sauna. No, but the stuff that you can build during battle, you have a giant hammer that you can build, and I love that thing, because when it hits, when you finally get it right and you time it right and aim it right, it knocks the monster out, and you can just see all the damage is done, and the pieces fly off the monsters. Chopping their tails off is still so satisfying. Like you see the horns and stuff flying off. They have a giant hook that you can build. If the monsters step on it, it like brings out 4 giant hooks out the ground, and the hooks shoot into the monster and holds them in place so you can attack them. And the one giant ape monster, that dude is literally doing backflips and drop kicks throughout the freaking battle. I remember the first time he drop kicked me, I paused the game and put my controller down. I was just like, did I just get drop kicked by a giant flaming ape? But then when I unlocked that giant hook thing, it held him in place, and I was able to get that tail, because that tail is worth a lot of good materials to use to upgrade your armor and upgrade your weapons and stuff like that. And when you have that satisfying loop of getting the materials to build your weapons, upgrading and going back and just taking them out, and man, you feel so powerful. And one of the ones that Juan and I had a hell of a time fighting. It probably took us like 2 days to beat this one monster. There's like this ice wolf, and he's so fast and he's so freaking strong and powerful. Like, it was some like out of a freaking horror movie. Like, this thing stalked us, and me and Juan tried to run to like a different area. It followed us there and it attacked us, and the fight ended on top of this broken down building, like on the very roof of it. And Juan was dying multiple times, and I was trying to fight off this giant ice wolf and revive him at the same time. I revived Juan. Juan jumped off this giant structure I had built and hit the final blow. And him and I were just like breathing so heavy and so hard, because that fight was like maybe 45 minutes long. And like moments like that, like you can't beat. It's so freaking good. And that game definitely brought a ton of those moments in. But now that I'm like at end game level, I'm like just destroying these guys left and right with pretty much no problem. Of course, it's been a while since I played, but just a little refresher would definitely get me back there. But yeah, I would definitely take Wild Hearts over Monster Hunter any day. And I'm really excited to see what the new Monster Hunter next year is going to bring. Monster Hunter Wildlands or something like that.
Wow,
Um,
that's like I think they were watching Wild Horse because Wild they named it Wildland.
I think they were watching Breath of the Wild because that's what it looks like.
Oh
Um,
Lord. I mean that's not a bad thing, but I'm just saying, oh Lord, because they're
but
ripping something
also
off.
too, I'm grateful because it's a return to the series, the mainline series, because Monster Hunter World was the last one on PS4, and this one is the next one. It is made only not I don't think only for PS5. Actually, no, I think it's made only for PS5. It's not made for PS4. It's not made for Switch. It's not made for Xbox. So they're developing this thing solely for the PS5. So it's going to be beautiful and it's going to be fast, and I'm excited for it.
To
I
be
really am.
fair, if it was developed exclusively for PC, I think it would also have high specs. Just saying.
True, of course. But I'm not a PC gamer, so I don't count it. Alrighty, Jones, what's next on your list, bruh?
Okay, my next one, I was gonna say something else, but I'll save that one for you because I'm sure it's gonna be on your list. So my next one is going to be, and we'll just call it the DLC of the year for me, and that goes to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's The Indigo Disc Part
Indigo,
2.
Indigo discs.
The Indigo
Indigo.
Disc, I'm sorry, the Treasures of Area Zero, the Indigo. Okay, let me do this again.
Oh
Okay,
my gosh.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the DLC, the Treasures of Area Zero, Part 2, the Indigo Disc. There we go. That's a mouthful, but that is it. So
And that's
look.
what she said. Yeah. I'm going to get that Indigo disc in my mouth real fast. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So, anyways, the Indigo Disc does a lot of quality of life improvements. Now, granted, it doesn't fix some of the base problems of the game, like it's 5 frames per second and all that other crap that's just terrible. But it does
Ew.
a lot of good. You know, you played the game. You know how bad those frame rates get.
Yeah, but I'm still saying ew.
Okay, fine, fair enough. But anyway, but it does add a lot of quality of life. Like for one thing, you get actual flying with your mount. Like
Okay.
that is a great thing. They have like they have a new thing where you can actually like control your Pokemon and like actually just run around and like attack other Pokemon with it. Which one flaw though that you can kill shiny Pokemon like that. But besides that, it's good. But mainly the thing I like is the story's actually pretty good this time, and like they drew out like a lot of extra like hidden stuff. Like there's a lot of Easter eggs that if you take your time to look into, you can run into. And then they have like new side quests. They have like these blueberry quests or BBQs for short, where you can like do like little mini side things. Like
That's
maybe
cute.
yes, yeah, and I will always call them BBQs.
Do you
But
get
like they have
watermelon
like
with the BBQ?
I wish. So anyways, like you can do a lot of different small stuff, like like just basically stuff that you'd already do while you're playing the game. So like you could do things like knock out 10 Pokemon in auto battles, and you get blueberry points, or you can do stuff like take a screenshot in a certain area, and like and then when you get like to 10 of those little small quests, then you get a bigger quest that gives like more points. And then you can use those points for a lot of different things, like unlocking the starter Pokemon in the basically you can catch every Gen 1 through Gen 8 starter Pokemon in the wild in this game if you unlock it with the BB points.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yep, and there's technically that also makes it the easiest way to shiny hunt them ever. Even though I feel like it's cheating because I feel like eggs should be the main way to get your shiny starters. But that's neither here
Wait,
nor there.
Jones, hold on. What cartoon was what cartoon was that when the character was like eggs?
I swear it was like Freakazoid or something. I remember it was something. It might have been Tiny
Do
Toons. It was
it,
like
do it, do
eggs,
it.
Sure, it wasn't.
eggs. Yeah, I think
Wasn't
because it was
wasn't
eggs.
that Ren and Stimpy Happy Joy? I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs.
No, it was actually because it was like they had this bird. They thought it was saying eggs, but it was actually saying X because they were on a treasure hunt.
Yeah,
Maybe it was a
yes.
Tiny Toons movie.
Nope. I think it was Animaniacs actually.
I don't, yeah. It was one of those things. Though it was definitely one of those shows. Like eggs.
It was
Cute.
something that Steven Spielberg did
Yeah.
or presented.
But anyways, yeah. So like with the blueberry points, you can do a lot of things. You can get They have a new sandwich that you can buy that basically gives you shiny power level 1 for every Pokemon. So like, if you're not really trying for a specific hunt, you can just go like running around in the area and just
I'm
get.
tired of those sandwiches.
Those barbecue sandwiches, those BBQ sandwiches.
No, just the whole sandwiches thing. You should have been able to. You should be able to turn off the minigame because the minigame is stupid.
Oh
Yeah,
god, the minigame
it
is
was
stupid.
bad.
Like, no, certain times you can't even make a damn sandwich because like they have the stupidest size ingredients. Bacon be looking like a giant ass. What does that bacon don't look like bacon? It looks like a giant ass like square hamburger. It's like a White
Canadian
Castle
bacon.
slider, but it's like 5 times the size.
It's Canadian bacon.
Is that what Canadian bacon looks like?
Looks like ham.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
looks terrible.
Because it
And
is
then, like,
ham.
It is
Yeah,
straight up
'cause
like
it is ham. Yeah, it is ham.
like they give you small ass bread and they stuff give you these big ass ingredients. Where how the hell are you supposed to actually put a piece of bread on top of this thing?
You're not. You just throw the bread on the side.
I do, but I'm just saying. Okay, how do you even fit all the ingredients on there? Like they give you. Oh, it's just so dumb.
I actually love a good open face sandwich, like for real. That's one of my favorite things on the planet. I love open face sandwiches.
They would have been better sticking with the curry.
I hated that too.
Or
That was so annoying.
I didn't care for the curry in Gen 8. Like I didn't.
But yeah, but it was better than sandwiches. And when I think Spain, I don't think sandwiches. Do you?
I mean,
think
no,
sandwiches?
I don't at all.
Spain?
But it's a lot better than making a pot of spaghetti for him each time.
Well, they don't even have to do that. It's just like, come on.
I'm gonna make it a poke spaghetti.
Wow, that was racist. Wow.
That wasn't even Spain.
lasagna.
That was Italy. That wasn't even Spain.
I know. That's what makes it even worse.
Trying to go to the Italy way.
I don't actually know what Spain's main food is, but
They do a rice. It should have been tacos.
Paella. Paellas.
Yeah.
Jamon, croquettes. Actually, you know what? Yeah, there you go. Gazpacho. There you go. I was right. Gazpacho.
Gazpacho.
Don't make it a poke
Tortillas.
biscotch. Gazpacho.
But you're still doing Italian. Anyway, stop that. Look, if you want, the only Spaniard that I can think of is freaking Vega. So if you know how to do a Vega imitation, there you go. Or in the newer games,
There you go.
Anyway,
Go ahead. You're fine.
I'm trying to get back to focus again. So anyway, but look, the game actually did pretty good. It had a good story too. Like it all goes together, and plus, once you beat all of the DLC, then they actually have an epilogue episode, which kind of like brings your main characters from the main game and combines it with events that happen in the main game and the stuff that happens in the DLC. It actually ties it up in a nice bow, and plus, the epilogue episode is hilarious. So like, without spoilers.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to play, so I'm fine. I'm not going to play.
No, this is for Kevin because he hasn't done it either. All I'm going to say is, expect the chicken dance.
I've seen the dance.
Oh, the chicken dance. It's hilarious.
All right.
That's how you get the mythical Pokemon too.
Next on my list is one that's probably going to be on.
Yeah,
is it your turn?
Skipping Kevin. Yeah.
I do apologize. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Eric talked for the past hour, so.
No, actually, mine were pretty short in comparison to y'all.
I was gonna do next one would be Mario Wonder.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very, very nice. Sweet.
Another game I played.
And
I think
yes,
I've actually played
and
every
yes, I
game on
did.
this list.
And yes, I did 100% that game.
Yes, you
And I
did.
spent,
And I
like-
remember you told us.
I spent like 3 hours on that last special Star World.
Which, Jones, we have not done, and we will do an episode of EXP Co-op doing that together. Get with it.
Look, Pokemon, Final Fantasy 14, real.
No, get with it. Get with it.
Oh no! But look, I did finish all my DLC stuff. Now all I'm doing, I've done pretty much everything in Pokemon. So now it's just back to shiny hunting and stuff. And I'm not doing that as hardcore. So I slowed
You
down.
heard the
I
man.
slowed down.
You heard the man. Get
I
with it.
slowed down. I slowed
Get
down.
with it.
I'm trying. First on my list is Spider-Man. After that, we'll look forward to what's next. But
Dude,
Spider-Man is top.
Mario Wonder you could beat in like a weekend.
I
That's what I
believe you,
did.
but I want to do Spider-Man first. Stop trying to distract me.
Fine, I will wait for you to do the special world. But it's gonna be fun jumping back into it anyway. I loved Mario Wonder, man. I mean, of course the big standout thing is the animation of the game, right? Like the new style of it. A lot of people were freaking out about Mario's voice being replaced, but it's Mario. Anybody can do Mario.
Was replaced?
Yes.
Yeah, the original. The
the
original voice actor retired, but like I didn't even really. It wasn't even noticeable to me. But I also played Peach mainly.
And I used Luigi, so I guess that would explain it. But look, they should have just hired your boy. It's to me, Mario.
It's me, Poopio.
If you don't shut up, everybody poops. Even Mario poops.
Eric is the third Mario brother. There's actually a thing about that. I think you guys posted it, but I'm pretty sure I sent it to y'all. But it was a Did You Know Gaming about the third Mario brother, and he looks so derpy, like poor baby. He's he is a special Mario brother that lives in the attic that they don't let him come down.
Was that from the Mario Brothers Super Show?
I think
No.
so.
That sounds like a Mario Brothers
something like
Super
that.
Show.
There's an actual picture of him, like, on the wall of one of the games or shows or something like that, and he has on blue. And he looks so special, poor baby.
Alexa, who is the third Super Mario brother?
Why does he have a goatee?
Did you see it?
He has a goatee and one of them little like villain mustaches. Or
He's like straight from New York.
Alexa says there is no recognized third sibling.
He's there. I would definitely
stop relying on Alexa.
I do need to, because every time I ask a wrestling question, they tell me something about Jerry Lawler. Every time.
Man,
that's hilarious.
There's a YouTube video where it says the third Mario brother, and it says Mario, Luigi, Kevin. That's what the thumbnail shows.
Kevin's the third Mario brother. All right, so I mean, you haven't really talked about the game too much, Kevin. Go ahead and continue, bro. We got distracted.
Many times.
I just like the callback to going like back to the 2D and with the extra stuff going on with it. The power ups are pretty fun. The elephant power up was interesting.
Elephant one could have been better.
It could have been. I know that there were quite a few like things like secret entrances or secret mechanics to a level that like I just didn't get right away. That I actually ended up having to look up. Like there's this one where you have to like push a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't, and there's like a giant statue of Bowser chasing you.
That one took me a second to get.
Yeah,
Cyrus was telling me about that, but that would make no sense. Like, I never would have thought of those mechanics.
I was like, I won the pushing contest against the enemy, killed the enemy, and then I didn't realize I had to push something else, and I kept on dying against the statue.
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. Like, I didn't know what the heck I was supposed to do after that.
And so I ended up looking it up, and I felt so stupid when I looked it up. I'm like, are you kidding me? All I had to do was push right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. But,
well, actually, for me, when I did that, I did it like 6 times, and I was looking around for something to like hit or jump on, but then a ghost of one of the other characters was like going through the wall. I'm like, how the hell are they going through the wall? Then I went that way, and then I was like, okay, there it goes. There it goes.
I will say those ghosts or those online players actually help a shit ton when you're trying to find something. Like you see people just chilling out and like invisibly standing.
Exactly.
I think I got everything in the first couple worlds without ever like turning on the online portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I just didn't really bother going to the thing, and I didn't know what that was going to entail, so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to bother with that right now. And then I know when I think it was when I played with you was when I first turned it on,
Mm-hmm.
and it was cool, but it was kind of disappointing the way it was, just because I was like, especially with co-op, I was hoping that they had like online co-op, not just a bunch of ghosts, and
Yeah.
just kind of
I pretty
killed
much
that
knew that was how
for
it was
me.
going to be from when they first explained it.
Well, you know what? I was actually cool with that fact only because, like in the other Mario games, when it comes to that kind of co-op, people get in the way, and they have killed me so many times because somebody had bumped me when I was trying to make a jump, and
Well, yeah.
that used to piss
I
me off.
didn't.
So I was good. I was good with them being ghosts because they didn't get in the way.
Hey,
Cyrus,
I thought we had a good
I hate
team
to,
up.
Cyrus, I hate to break it to you. They weren't bumping you on accident. They were sabotaging you.
Yeah, because I had plenty of people jump on my head to get to a different freaking thing, and now I know
It was
exactly what
like
Yoshi feels like.
it was like having, and then they had for the Wii U when they did the new Super Mario Brothers for the Wii U on there.
Mm-hmm.
They made it so that like a non-character person could play and use
Mm-hmm.
like the and
Blocks and
create
stuff.
blocks and stuff, and you could like really mess somebody up by like they go to jump and then you make a block appear above their head and
Yeah.
then they just go down.
That's what we
That's
call
funny.
trolls.
Exactly. Hardcoretrolls.com.
See,
It's
I
a
think
website.
But
we worked pretty
no,
good
I
when we
mean
played.
they could have done Mario Wonder with with similar like in person without having like major like physical contact of characters. They could have made it so that the characters could go through each other if necessary.
Okay, as I said,
Um,
bro, you interrupt me again. New Super Mario 3D World. Me and Cyrus did pretty well as a co-op on that. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, we had a great time with that one. That was actually a lot of fun. I forgot when that memory popped up, but we did like the hundred. No, it was like the 1,000 life trick in that game.
Yeah.
It went to 999, and then it did like a crown for each 1,000 life that you got. I was like, this is not
that's an
gonna.
Easter egg.
I'll say I think they've done that because they did that in the original Mario, I think.
Yeah,
Or
because
Mario 3 or something.
no, the original Mario Brothers, if you went past a certain number, you get crown numbers instead because the Nintendo couldn't handle
Yeah.
the higher numbers. So it's like an Easter egg.
I see.
I had
That's good to
by
know.
the time I got to the end of Mario Wonder though, I had like I think at least in the 90s for lives because I just never really died. And then that last special, well we know you did.
Hey, I said that so low.
Everybody heard you.
We heard you.
That last special world though, like it didn't just take me 3 hours to beat. It also like took 50 lives for me to do it. It was like I was so tired of it, and then I was just like went and bragged to Kim about it afterwards. And I was like, finally, the game is 100% done. It's done.
Nice.
See, this is why Nintendo needs stickers.
They have icons
Stickers?
on the game.
The equivalent
wants
to
trophies.
No. Well, we're gonna see it in the new system when it drops, but that's actually gonna be that's actually gonna be our next episode. We're gonna talk about the potential for the new.
I think they're against trophies. I think they're against trophies.
It feels probably like too competitive or something like that. But like,
I think they're fine with it. They're fine with the in-game stuff. Like Smash Brothers, I think has like something.
Yeah.
Like where you can collect things, but
a lot of games have it in the game, but they don't have like their console-wide thing where you can compare it with other people and stuff like that.
I got you.
I've been wanting this since the Wii U. The Wii U was the first like console that really could have done it, but nope, they didn't do it. Then Switch even had more potential. Nope, didn't do it. They ain't gonna do it. No, I guarantee you they ain't gonna do it.
I guess you could say they weed on your trophy idea.
Yeah.
That was almost as bad as your "that's what she said" joke.
Almost. It was pretty bad. So Kevin, real quick, what would you give Mario Wonder your personal score? What would you give it?
I'd say it's a 10 out of 10. It's pretty good. It's pretty perfect for what it was.
But if we're gonna use the
I just hope the next side-scrolling Mario game they have is they give us a ninja power. That'd be kind of fun. But I mean, he's already jumping on walls and stuff like a ninja, anyways, right?
He's a plumber
Mhm.
ninja.
And
he runs like Naruto.
those extra power ups are fantastic, man. Man, I really enjoyed those a lot.
Yeah, I liked the bubble one the most. The bubble power was my favorite one, and I actually saw someone do that a special. I think it was a special one. It was one where you have to like jump against the walls to the beat of the music, and that was like the first pretty hard one that I did. And
Those music stages were so good.
I saw someone skip the whole stage just using the bubble power.
Nice.
Like they didn't do it. They didn't do really any wall jumps. They just kind of got all the way to the end. I was like, that dirty.
That's smart.
I was like, you can't be mad at him for thinking smart. It's like,
Oh, it's
well, you know
smart.
what they say,
It's
work
smart, but I'm not gonna.
hard.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. I am not gonna put my effort into getting that. Trying to learn how to do that. I took pride. I did the wall jump. I did it
That's
the
the
hard way.
person who tried to make. I don't know how far you went through it, but the person that probably tried to make a Bidoof bridge in Arceus.
I never tried that. I saw that the trick existed,
But
and I
Doof
might
Bridge.
have I might have tried it for like 10 seconds, but like, dude, that it was dumb. It wasn't worth
That's
it wasn't
doing too
worth the
much.
time. It wasn't
It's
worth my
doing way
time.
too much.
Yeah, my favorite badge power in that game was the charge jump from Mario 2. Luigi, no, yeah, the charge jump from Mario 2. I
I
love that.
used
Okay.
I
Thank you.
used the floaty jump. So basically,
Luigi?
Princess
Mhm.
Peach
Yep.
Princess Peach from Mario 2.
That's
So
actually something
I
that made
loved
me
that one.
mad. Like they should have had the girls use their dresses instead of using their hats that they don't freaking have. That pissed me off. They should let them use the dresses. You know what I mean? Hmm. Anybody else? No.
No, I remember I did not use Peach, so I don't really have anything to say about that. But yes, I guess they should have used their dresses because it was actually cute how like Peach would do a little like holding her dress. Although holding a dress to float doesn't make any sense still.
Well,
But
she
yeah.
did. She was holding her dress because she's a princess, not because she was using it to float. She just can float because she's Princess Peach.
Oh, so how come Luigi could do the jump?
The Krusty the Clown jump.
No, his feet do the
Watch out for Sideshow Bob.
His feet do the skippity doo dah jump. So every time he does that jump, like,
He can't even do it.
I'm laughing too much now. His feet be doing.
Now the next time I play that damn game, I'm gonna hear that in my damn head. For real. Yeah. All right. Well,
Skippity doo dah jump.
next on my list is not the skibbity doo dah jump. It is Tears
Baldur's Gate. Oh,
of the Kingdom. Yes.
AKA
And
Breath of the Wild DLC.
no, far from it, man. I'm gonna keep this one quick because this game itself is a whole episode, honestly. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. The inclusion of the three tiers of the kingdom.
I don't even understand what that means. So hey, remember that's like all super spoiler. I have not even. I bought the game. I did not start the game.
I
Same
thought you
here.
started
Breath
it.
of the Wild first. No, I gotta beat Breath of the Wild before I can play Tears of the Kingdom.
Damn it, that is right. That is true. Kevin,
Same here.
you haven't played it either?
I haven't beaten Breath of the Wild.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm going to take that off my list. Okay, well, then I'll talk about Baldur's Gate 3.
There you go.
I will promise you right now, by the time me and Eric get to Tears of the Kingdom, we will have forgotten anything you said in this episode.
That is funny.
Not wrong.
Well, I'm just going to say that I really love Tears of the Kingdom. They did a great job expanding on every single thing that was in Breath of the Wild. They opened it up ×3. That's all I'm going to say for that. And the quote unquote special powers you get are fantastic. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the things that people have made in the game. Yeah. So I liked it to a degree. It got me where I need it, but honestly, I could have done without it. That was the big draw of the game. You guys being able to build things and make things in the game. But I mean, honestly, I could have done without it. There were certain little tutorial things here and there that you had to build certain things. But aside from that, I'm just like, it is what it is. So
yeah, I saw way too many flaming Dickosaurus Rex robots online.
People made some crazy stuff on there. I saw somebody make like a
like
whole.
Your robot has chlamydia.
I saw somebody make a whole ass Godzilla. I was like, how in the hell did you even do that? It is insane.
Was it Godzilla or was it Groudon?
See, that's
what?
That
was a Groudon. Was it Pokemon?
Never mind. Never mind.
That is when the ratio of time on your hands is overpowered by imagination or something.
That's like stuff you're supposed to do when you're a kid. I ain't got time to be worried about making a damn Gundam or Godzilla.
But I mean, I appreciate the fact that you have that ability, honestly. But aside from that, it took too long in the beginning to make certain things. But I will say that using that power during the temple stages or the dungeons or shrines, whatever you want to call them, that was fun. That was a hell of a lot of fun. And they should have just been kept to that aspect of the game. Anyway, moving on to Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is not my absolute game of the year, but it is, to me, literally the greatest RPG ever made in every sense of the word. As far as your choices goes, the game is beautiful. You can have everybody be naked if you want, and if they are naked, people actually react to you being naked when you walk up to them and talk to them.
What game? That with Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls did that too?
Elder Scrolls did that where they didn't have nudity because it wasn't I don't think it was rated M, but you could like get all the way down to like your underwear basically, and people talk to you like you're crazy. Skyrim did that, like what are you doing? You're gonna catch a cold, or what are you crazy? It's cold, and different. Cute. They react though.
I gotcha. Well, those games I did not play, but this one I did, and this is the first game that I've played in probably forever where I literally am worried about certain choices I make because I know it's going to count. Like when you get the realization that your choices matter in this game and they have long-lasting effects, you start making smarter choices, or at least you try to. The what?
Me up, bitch. When you set me up and made me choose the I thing, because Lord knows I wasn't gonna.
I wanted you to see how things really worked, and if you recall, I made you save before then, so you can go back if you want to and not make that choice.
Scum. Just save Scum.
No,
and that's another great thing about the game. Like when I was like maybe 40 hours in, I still had saves from the beginning. So if I so chose, I can go back to the very start if I wanted to and just restart and make different choices. You can have that option. And another great thing is like if you're in the middle of battle, and I don't know any game that's ever done this for me personally. If you're in the middle of battle and there's a choice you want to make or a move you want to make, you can save on that choice, see how it plays out, go back to that exact same point in time, and then freaking make a different choice if you want to. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Saving in the middle of battle is pretty rare. You usually only get that for like emulators and stuff.
It is.
I picked a lock get into this one spot, and I took a bunch of dishes, and then I picked a lock again to get it further in, and this was like near the beginning. And I ran into like a room filled with arrow using guys, and they were in the back, and I was gonna try to be like smart and like set fire to the oil they were standing on, but they all moved out of the oil and just kind of messed everything up, and they ended up killing Gale. And then stuff happened from there, and I had like some black mist surrounding that area where he died that was killing off everybody else, and I ended up losing like Shadowheart.
Damn, bro!
It was like a whole thing. Like I ended up resolving it, and I killed. And this all happened after the enemies were dead. Was the mist, the black mist started happening. And then I did it, and I got through it, and I got further in, and then like I just encountered this room with like just a ton of like undead, and I just like used resources that pick locks and disarm traps and all this other stuff, and I was like, you know what? I've spent the last 3 hours doing this one little bit of stuff, and I'm just kind of like, I'm done right now. I will probably go back on my save, and I know it was her game of the year probably.
100%.
Definitely
100%.
her game of the next 3
Her
years.
her game. No, she would have picked. She was almost done with it because she finished. She was 2 trophies away from getting platinum.
Nice.
I think the only thing that would have kept her playing it was they added a trophy from and redoing saves. I think
How would they know?
it just tracks
How
some
would they
stuff.
know? I don't see how they know. If you
I
save and
they
then, what's the difference between saving and quitting or saving and then resetting? Because it's the same thing basically. They don't know. I'm sure there's a way behind. I'm sure there's a way to save scum through that.
no
I'll
no but basically honor mode makes boss fights in BG3 much more difficult. In this mode, players will find the boss battles like orange. Uh, oh yeah, because I think when you die in honor mode, it changes your save file to where it's not honor mode anymore. It's kind of like permadeath. It
So
does
Interesting.
kind of like a
basically, it's
permadeath
like
thing.
Diablo 3 or whatever.
Yeah,
Kinda.
once you tasks you with completing the game before suffering a single party wipe, though you can convert it to a custom game and finish the story if you beef it. Um, Kim found out that in the standard game, and I think this helped out a lot with the doing the harder mode when she was going for that trophy, was that if you revive your characters, you could pickpocket the dude that revives your characters and never get in trouble for it, so you can get your money back every time.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that game it does so much, and there's so many little things and Easter eggs in there, and it's insane the amount of thing that this game does. And I had planned on beating it before the new year, but honestly, I had a hard time playing it because every time I did, I thought about you know who. So I will get there eventually, but I'm having a hard time playing it right now. But
Yeah, I used to share stuff with her because I would see it on my feed and stuff, and I was just watching it anyways. And I'm like, hey, do you know that there's an item that you can carry on your character that doesn't do any damage to you, but as you walk through everywhere, it kills everybody in your vicinity as you go through. And they patched that actually.
I was gonna say that sounds broken as hell.
of course, there's gonna be stuff that's broken. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, man, it was a surprise to me because I had zero intention on playing anything that's Dungeons and Dragons because I could give a shit less about Dungeons and Dragons. But after playing that game, yeah, it definitely put me onto it. Will I go back and play 2 and 3? No. I mean, 1 and 2, definitely not. But part 3 is definitely an experience that I'm grateful that I had, and I look forward to actually beating the game and then playing through it again. There's a friend of mine who just got it recently, and he's been talking about it and asking me to play. So I'm probably going to join him when he gets used to it.
It's apocalypse.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's
I
not.
thought you were playing it.
It's a friend of mine. Well, he is, but he hasn't played it in a while. It's a friend of mine from the VA that I used to work at. Um. Anyway, who's next? Jones? Is there
I
another
think.
one, or is your list complete?
Well, since you said Baldur's Gate 3, which would have been another thing, yeah, my game list is more or less complete. Unless let me just think about it for a second. Is there any other thing that I have played that I found entertaining? I was looking through some of my more immediate games. No, I guess my list is complete for now.
Okay.
Okay, money.
Um, I mean, Final Fantasy 14 gets honorable mention because I played it this year, but Diablo 4 has been pretty fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like all the practices of Blizzard, but they made it to where it wasn't as monetized, so that's cool. But the story was decent enough, and it's been pretty fun with the characters that I've created so far. right now I have a necromancer, and I just kind of just mow through everything. I even showed Eric like me going through a dungeon and then getting to like the end boss, and
Nice.
it's just like the life bar just burns away. It gives you that, you know, that power fantasy that most
Oh yeah.
people play video games for, and
Hmm.
that's what I like about it. It's not perfect, and that's why it's like lower on my list of games that I played this year, but I still play it, and they're about to start up like season 3.
Hmm.
Um, and every season that they've done, they've added quality of life changes to make the game, you know, to fix the game. But I think I agree with a lot of people's like criticism is like the seasons aren't meant to be like patch fixes. They're meant to be to add more content to play to make you want to play it,
Hmm.
and they should be just releasing the patch, you know, the quality of life fixes like before a season. But I don't know. It's interesting. I think my biggest thing about seasons with these games is that once you create a character and you've like that season's over, it gets put into like the basic what they call the eternal realm,
Okay.
and it can't participate in the season in any more seasons after that.
Why?
And so because they're um like the whole point of the seasons is that you start a character brand new and go through it.
Oh, okay.
But they made it so you could, if you beat the game already, you could actually skip through the storyline at least, so you don't have
I
to like
see.
constantly replay the storyline. You can just skip past
That makes
and
sense.
work on this because each season has its own storyline as well.
Mm.
Um, they do it like that. I believe, from what I understand, is so that people don't start the seasons off like super overpowered with all the money and stuff that they've, you know, been accumulating and all the gear. So it gives them a fresh start to, you know, collect the new stuff basically.
I see. That makes sense.
Which is understandable, but it doesn't give you any like incentive to play your older characters. Like I liked my sorceress. The sorceress was fun, but my only incentive to play her would to get her to level 100 and to get my other characters level 100 for the trophies, basically, if I really cared to.
So, question: did your sorceress have red hair?
Yeah, of course.
Kevin is a fan of the redhead.
Her name was Celia.
Well, of course it was.
My rogue, I gave her black hair.
I
So,
got you.
there you go.
Oh, but you already did, but you did the freaking Celia first, so yeah, it doesn't matter when you made the first one. Your first was always gonna be that design. Let's face it, just like his character in White Knight Chronicles 2.
I've
You
never.
can't, and the other thing about the character creation isn't the best. Like the sorceress and each job class has their own specific body types.
Mm.
Like I know a lot of people didn't like the female version of Necromancer because they look like flat chested crackheads.
Oh, so
Um,
they really do look like some meth heads.
and so I went with that's where I made my Alistair character was as a necromancer because he still looked like a crackheaded goth kind of guy, but
That's
I don't
funny.
know.
You know, like the
This
bony
season
characters.
was about vampires, and so necromancer kind of fit, and I gave most of the necromancer's abilities. I fed points into like the blood related abilities, so
Hmm.
that was kind of cool because you get like bit or given vampire powers, you kind of like a half vampire like kind of blade in a way.
Okay.
Um, but like I
Dave
think
Walker.
I think I'll do druid for the next season. It's like called construct. I want to see what the season's about first before I choose one. But I got barbarian and druid left that I haven't played,
I was
and
curious about playing Diablo 4, but I never got into it.
like I say, it's fun, but you have to be you have. It might be more fun for me because I played the past Diablo games.
Hmm.
But like I said, I just wish there was more to the character building, the creation, like just the way they look. Even though you're not, you know, you're usually it's since it's isometric, you know, above view. It's not like full 3D,
Hmm.
and you can't really rotate the camera, so it doesn't really matter that much how they look. But you still get a character preview to where you can, you know, spin them around and stuff. Um, like the druids, they're all like big chunky people,
I see.
which is fine. But I just, like I said, it'd just be nice to be able to like have a little bit more.
Choose
Uh,
what you want your body types to be. For what
yeah,
class?
yeah. Like maybe I want to be a chunky sorcerer.
Yeah, I mean, I love Baldur's Gate 3, and the character models were beyond gorgeous, but I was a little miffed that you couldn't like make it however you wanted to look. You know what
You
I
couldn't
mean?
make
Yeah.
yourself a penis, the right kind of penis. You have to deal with
Well,
the default
it's not
penis.
even to that
That's
point.
not what I'm talking about.
Like I know what you mean, because like
Yeah.
when I made Celia on Baldur's Gate 3, I wasn't really like completely satisfied with the result that came out, just
Hmm.
because there were like they don't have like a lot of games with elves. You can usually choose like a more rounder tipped ear that's like kind of shorter, even, and especially for like half elves if you have the option. But like all if you're an elf in Baldur's Gate 3, it's going to be like super long and super pointy.
I see. Yeah,
Half
yeah.
elf, but yeah, even then it's still super long, and it's always
Hmm.
pointy.
That's what she said. My absolute final game on my list and my game of 2023 is Octopath Traveler 2. Um, I really enjoyed part one because of the 2D HD look and the full voice acting and the stories. No, I would say some of the stories were interesting. Um, the other
You
ones
didn't like that
were
one jackass. I don't remember who it was, but there was one character you did not like.
in part one.
Yeah, I believe so. You hated that character. Oh,
um, I
the
can't. No,
it
no,
was like
nope, nope.
healer. Maybe it
That
was
was
part
part
two.
two. That was part two. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But part one was okay, and it left a lot to be desired. But part two fixed all that. The stories were darker. There were several clips that I posted on our page to just like, what the frick did I just witness? They did a much better job bringing all eight characters together. The leveling system was so freaking good. They did such a great job streamlining that. The night day cycle, like being able to just turn things night and day at any given point in time that you want to, was so helpful. And then the actual skills that you get with each character, like the thief, she has a move to knock people out at nighttime, or she can pickpocket in the daytime. And it's not like when you go to like the first town, you pickpocket and you get like little trinkets here and there. One of the first people I pickpocketed, and I don't know if this is random or if people have stuff on them like on purpose. I know specific people do have certain things on purpose on them that you can
Quest
pickpocket, but
related.
I freaking got like like this high level sword that I used for one of my characters, and it got me through so many battles and like pickpocketing just armor and stuff like that. Of course, there's a it depends on your level. Like the lower level you are, the lower the percentage you have to pickpocket. But it came in handy so much, and I just one of the main characters that I started with is Ochette, and she's a hunter, and she's just this little girl hunter that comes from this village. She's basically old girl from Chrono Trigger. What's that chick's name? Isla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Isla.
yeah, Isla. She's basically her, but she's funny as hell. She's OP. You can get monsters on your side to help come out and fight, and man, I love that damn character. And that game from start to finish was just a joy to play. So challenging. I came across so many enemies that I just love to absolutely fight and farm, and it's so good. And then a lot of the characters that I didn't think I was gonna like, I turned out liking a lot. Like the merchant, I forgot his name at this point, but his voice actor is really bootleg, and his country accent is terrible. But he turned out to be one of the most helpful characters in the game because you can get extra money when you fight with him, and there's so many like buffs and stuff that you get when you have certain people in your party, and you can mix and match, and There's so much to say about this game, but just if you're an RPG fan, this one is a must play. You don't have to play one if you never played it. You can actually skip part one. It's not related at all. I thought it was going to be, but there's actually zero connection.
Is the world okay? Is the world even the same? That's my only
Mm-mm.
question. Is are
No,
you
it's
so you're in a
different.
different world? Okay.
Yep. Yep. Different world, different story, different characters. Everything's completely different, and there's a lot of different. There's a lot of secrets and Easter eggs and hidden boss fights and the little. Even the side quests are fantastic. Like I can't stand side quests as y'all know, but I did platinum Octopath Traveler 2 because the side quests were such a joy to do. A lot of funny moments, a lot of heart wrenching moments. What the hell is that character's name? Shit, I forgot his name. But it's one of the main characters who starts off in prison. He gets wrongfully in prison because one of his best friend like betrayed him, and then his best friend like I won't spoil
Became a
anything.
bad guy.
Did some stuff to him that was really fucked up, and it involved his daughter. And I was like, no, the hell he didn't. And I wanted revenge for that character. And it's been a while because when you come into RPGs like that, you get those tropes and those storylines that you expect. But this one really drags you into it, and it's like, man, these people went through some fucked up shit, and like you really want to find out how they resolve their stories, you know. And I got very lucky because I got to that point like Kevin, you are now in Final Fantasy 16, where it says, you know, you're at the point of no return. Make sure you either save an alternate file or don't freaking go forward because you can't turn back. Well, my dumb ass thought I could, even though they told me I can't. And I went through and I wasn't prepared for the final battle. Somehow, some way, I recovered an online file and I was able to go back because I could have sworn when I checked the first time for the online file, it wasn't there. But then, like a month later, I went back and somehow it was freaking there. So I was able to go back before that no return point and level up and do everything properly. And man, if I hadn't done that, I would not have beat this damn game because
Oh, so you
the
lucky.
final boss is not easy to beat. It's
Didn't that
not
happen to
easy to
you in
beat.
Yeah.
Xenogears where you got like stuck on one of the last bosses because of how that
Yep.
railroading works?
Yep. I was
That happened to
so.
me in Final.
Go ahead.
There you go.
I was so under leveled in freaking Xenogears, it was no joke. I was so pissed because I love that game. I was so mad.
That happened to me on the 3DS Final Fantasy IV remake.
Mm.
That pissed me off because I got to the Tower of Babel, the
Mm-hmm.
Four
giant.
fiends.
No, not the giant. So when you go and fight the giant, the Babel giant, as Eric knows, I don't know if you remember this, but you have to fight the four fiends all at once, where you defeat them one after the other in the same battle. Like they just kind of like you beat one and it turns into the next and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And in the base game, the main original game, it wasn't that difficult if you're leveled up. Um, and there were ways you could get around it, but like I sold all of my gear that I didn't need anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and that included the ones that absorbed elemental damage. And apparently, in the 3DS version, you can't really beat that fight unless you have said gear, um, or or I wasn't and probably wasn't leveled up enough either. And so I was basically stuck right before that fight, and I couldn't go back because that was a point of no return dungeon.
Mm.
Yep.
You can't openly leave, and so I was just stuck right there next to, I think, a naming way or a Moogle. I can't remember what it was. They had like specific like character save points where you could like buy last minute gear or items.
Mm-hmm.
And I was basically stuck there grinding levels to get powerful
Oh.
enough to beat this fight. And but like the amount of damage I would take from the enemies that are surrounding just doing the regular battles was getting like kind of expensive because I'd have to buy tents as well so I could rest
Mm-hmm.
and heal. And it was such a pain in the ass that I ended up like I for the first time ever I used I think I had like an action replay for the 3DS, and I usually only use these for like games that like I beat already, just to, just screw around. And I was like, forget it. I'm not starting the game over. And I did like a quick like invincibility like code on there, and then just got through the fight and just proceeded on with my life because
Shit, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. For
it
real.
wasn't worth it. It was like that. It's like I am not gonna sit here for like question mark amount of hours
Exactly.
grinding and buying tents and grinding and buying tents.
I would.
We know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know. So anyway, so Octopath Traveler 2 is my game of the year, and the thing is, when I first got the game, I got it on Switch because I got the first one on
Oh
Switch.
boy.
Yep, and we know how that went. I got the first one on Switch, and I loved it. And it was like when I first got the initial game, I literally would just listen to the music on my Switch for like hours and hours. So I had that little mini nostalgia hit. So I got it on Switch, but then I played the demo on PS5, and I'm like, this is 10 times more beautiful than the Switch version. And I don't know why I was so surprised about it, but I was. And I actually double dipped and rebought it for the PS5, and I'm so glad I did because I was able
Did
to
they not?
platinum.
Did they release the original on the PS5?
Nope.
No,
Oh,
no, they have not. Um, but part two, I'm talking about.
I know. I'm just checking.
Yeah, but I mean,
I have it on the Switch. I have the part one on Switch, but
if they ever do re-release it and like add quality of life stuff, I'll be getting that game in a heartbeat for sure. Because I've been fighting myself not to go back and replay part two because I got so many other things to play. But I'll see it from time to time, and it makes me want to just go back and play it again because I had such a great time with that damn game. Anyway, we are coming
Well,
down to
Sony
the.
might take it away from you if you bought.
Based on the last episode, they just might. I do have some honorable mentions from the year and some regret purchases, but with this, we will end the show. So, my 3 honorable mentions are Shovel Knight Dig. That's the game on the Switch, and the Shovel Knight series has always been amazing to begin with. Just a great throwback to retro games from back in the day. If you haven't played the original Shovel Knight, please do it. Shovel Knight Dig did something that I had no idea I wanted them to do with the game. They added like the Dig Dug-ish kind of gameplay mechanics, and it just worked. And the soundtrack was fantastic. There's so many little Easter eggs pointing to different games in there. I loved it. The next one is Hi-Fi Rush on the Xbox Series X, and this game released early last year, and it's a rhythm-based action game that's not really rhythm-based, but it is rhythm-based, and it's got the cel-shaded look, and it is genuinely funny. It's like playing a rhythm-based anime. I would say it like that. And then the third honorable mention is Cyberpunk 2077. Jumping back in after that update made the game feel like it should have felt when you first played it. My regret purchases for the year, I have 3 of them, and I'm glad it's only just 3.
One of them.
The first one is AEW Fight Forever, and that's a wrestling game, and they promised that it was going to play like WWE No Mercy, which is a beloved wrestling game from back in the day. Me, Eric, and my boy Juan and my brother played the crap out of No Mercy back in the day, and it's literally probably still the greatest wrestling game of all time. But it did not play like No Mercy or WrestleMania. It played like some modern piece of crap. It was slow.
Ooh.
It didn't look good. The move sets didn't really work half the time. The entrances were terrible. It was bad. The story mode sucked. It just pissed me off. The next one is Fae Farm, which
That's
is
number 4, by the way.
what?
Wait. Oh no, never mind. I don't know. Go on.
These are my regret purchases.
All right.
Fae Farm was supposed to be the next big thing, like I'm about to say Assassin's Creed. Wow. Animal Crossing. It's supposed to be like Animal Crossing, but I listened to so many different podcasts and watched so many different reviews on it. And there's this one chick that I follow. She's in England, and she was like, talking about this game for months and months and how much she loved it. And she got the early review, and she pissed me off because
sponsored.
Exactly. Because when she finally got the game, when it finally released, and she did her quote unquote review, she was like, "Oh, I didn't like it because of this and this." I'm like, you freaking said this whole time that it was good." Made me so mad. And then I finally played it myself, and it didn't live up to the hype, not at all. But there are two games I'm playing now on my Steam Deck that live up to the hype of like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing and stuff like that. One is Moonstone Island. That's fantastic. You're basically an alchemist that flies around on a broom, and you can collect animals, and it's card-based battles, and you can do like the Stardew Valley farming stuff with magic. It's so adorable and it's so much fun. And
You
the other
lost in
one,
card-based battles.
I know because I don't like card-based battles either. I actually hate card-based battles with passion, but they actually do this one pretty smart. And then the other one I'm playing on my Steam Deck is called Cuisinier, and you're this little girl who comes back to town, and you take over your parents' restaurant. And you start off with basic recipes, and you have to go and battle monsters to get the actual pieces and food. And you come back and you cook those ingredients for the people, and you just level up that way. And you get to
It sounds
build
like they. It sounds like they took a page from the Atelier series,
a little bit.
but instead of alchemy, you're a cook.
Yeah,
I
and
just like to throw out one thing. You
yes,
said that you're not a PC gamer, but you just mentioned two games that you're playing on a PC, basically right there.
I'm playing on my Steam Deck, which is a handheld.
It's
It's a
What?
different
which
thing.
is no,
Eric, leave it alone, Eric. Leave it alone, Eric.
Thank you.
Leave it alone.
Thank
It's not
you.
worth it.
Thank
It's
you.
not worth it.
Now, if I was playing on my Mac, that'd be a different story. If I had a
Yeah,
controller
because
plugged into a Mac, that's
probably
different.
blowing up on you.
Stop it. I forgot you guys hate Macs. Anyway, the last one that we're going to end the podcast with, my last regret purchase of this year is, Eric?
It would be Gotham Knight.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Arkham Knight, whatever the hell it's
No.
called.
Starfield.
Oh, that was last
Gotham
year.
Knight.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Let's see, you had so many regret purchases. I don't remember. That was
Starfield.
last year.
Starfield was
My
so
bad.
bad. Jesus.
I was gonna say Starfield was kind of a regret purchase of mine as well.
God, it's so bad. Like
You bought it too?
I watched the whole thing, and they touted so many worlds, and it's gonna be so lush and so full. And I get there, and
Yeah.
almost every planet I go to is freaking empty. I get the hell out of here.
Graveyard planets.
I got to like I got through the first area, and I got to like the first big city settlement that you go to, and you go to like talk to like this group of people that were like, join us, and I'm like, okay, I guess. And then like I was carrying so much. I just carried so much stuff, and I was picking things up, and I was just like so weighed
I got
down.
overwhelmed so
constantly, and
fast. I was like, what the hell? I was like, is this supposed to happen so fast, so quickly in the game? Like, I've been playing an hour and a half, and I'm already overloaded in my inventory. What?
Yeah,
Sounds like an
and
inventory flaw.
the other Bethesda games that I've played in the past, you never got filled up that fast, and there were
That's what
ways
she
to
said.
get around it. I mean, you have a robot following you, like from the beginning, and it can't even carry more things than you can.
Exactly.
Like it's a robot. It's a robot. Come on.
Exactly. And then the ship situation is very confusing and very irritating. And then they told me to go to, and this is the point where I stopped playing the damn game, and I haven't picked it up since. They told me to go to this planet, right? And it was a straight shot. Right before you get to the planet, there's this fleet of ships that all of a sudden are after you. And they all attack you at one time. And my ship is not even, I literally just got this ship. So it's like, how am I supposed to fight this entire fleet? And then I restarted several times. I tried to go around. I tried to go slow. I tried to overtake them. Nope, didn't work. They literally shot me down every single time. And that ship aspect of things was the thing I was most excited about. I was so excited about being able to build a ship and fly it and fight and stuff like that. But that was that was one of the worst parts.
I had to. Oh, did you change the ship to third person mode?
Yeah.
Because that helps. Yeah, if you honestly play No Man's Sky if you want good ship battles, because the ship battles were shit in Starfield.
I see. Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. But doesn't it's not free anymore, right? For No Man's Sky.
What do you mean?
Doesn't it cost? Because last time I checked it out, it was like $30 or something like that.
for cross. It crosses to PS5. I thought it updated to PS5 for free.
I gotta check it out again, but I got other stuff to play. Anyway, it was gaming wise, a fantastic 2023. There was a banger after 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 banger.
Stop Seamus!
So many great games I was very grateful to play, and I'm looking forward to 2024. But we'll definitely talk about that on a future episode. And thanks for joining us for the Games of the Year episode 2023. And until next time, gamers, keep on
Leveling up.
after banger after banger.
No!